Hello. Thank you for joining me today. We'll be starting and ending with some poetry, and we'll have some contemplation in between. So this first poem is called Kindness by Naomi Shihab Nye. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand and what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go, so you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in the white poncho lies dead on the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and with the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows, and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to gaze at bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you've been looking for." And then goes with you everywhere, like a shadow or a friend. You know, the tendency to feel aversion to our sorrow often leads us into kind of defending and judging and tightening and trying to control our experience. And it's an attempt really to hold on to the good stuff in life and to avoid the bad stuff. And actually, that bad stuff often involves some kind of loss. And in this life, one of our earliest significant losses might be the loss of a pet, or the loss of a friend, the loss of a home, or later in life, the loss of a career, the loss of a breast, the loss of a testicle, loss of a parent, the loss of a partner, the loss of a sibling. When we're experiencing what has been called the fate of the circumstances of loss in our lives, it's then that the alchemy of destiny can begin. It's as if the phoenix of our destiny arises from the ashes of our fate. If we turn towards the pain of our loss rather than away from it. If we consciously embrace what Francis Weller calls the wild edge of sorrow, then we end up being tenderized and profoundly humanized. He says we grieve because we love, and grief profoundly softens us and allows us to regain the ebullient and expansive delight that really is innate in us. And when the lower register of our grief is opened up and really felt, then the upper register of our joy comes profoundly into play. And what I'd like to do is take this consideration inside now. So please just close your eyes. Maybe move around in the chair or whatever you're sitting. Get settled in comfortably. Now just pause and feel your breath. And as you do, consider, how am I now? How much have I been kind of mentally on the way to somewhere else? And with your next breath, just be here. And as you exhale, see if you can soften your eyes. And with the next outgoing breath, soften your throat. And with the next out breath, soften your chest. And with the next, soften your belly. And with a soft front, let's consider that it has been said that the angels envy us in this realm because of the possibility of such deep feeling along with it, the possibility of rapid evolutionary change. In this world of tumult, contention, privation, confusion, misunderstanding, actually, let's slow this down and notice the different responses in your body as you register each of those words. Tumult, contention, privation, confusion, misunderstanding. As our reactive inclinations to grasp and control experience become depressurized by our gentle but conscious embrace, by feeling all the way through the moments when we struggle with conflicting emotions, we can find within us that silent, unmoving, unassuming, infinitesimal, and yet immense, imperishable, radiant reality. And in the moment of our awakening, discover that wonder of wonders. We are that. And that's just the beginning of the wonders. Looking back, we were always that. And looking forward, we will never not be that. Looking in all 6 directions, what we see is that. All things are in their essence that. Great unity. And to further wonder, at the very same time, they are also distinct, dancing partners with us and with each other in this grand ballroom. It's a dance that has always been awaiting us. Rabbi Abraham Herschel, the great Old Testament scholar and who marched with Martin Luther King, has said, "To be spiritual is to be amazed." I once heard it said, and I like to repeat to you now, in whatever state you happen to find yourself, in the unfolding journey of your life, I invite you to take off your shoes and step into the place of softness and ease in your body. That place of simplicity, wonder, innocence, where a quiet, ecstatic grace is awaiting to take up residence. Ecstasy has very much to do with the divine feminine. It's about the surrender into this dance of grace. You may have a particular icon or image or representation of this divine feminine reality. that you have an affinity for, whether that be Kuan Yin, or red, or green, or white Tara, or Durga, or Lakshmi, or Saraswati, or Parvati, or Kali, or Mother Mary, or Sophia. They are all awaiting your partnership. Whatever form most resonates with you is the one I hope you can let into your heart. Now, and allow her to take you where you could go if you had no fear. She is you without constraints. She is immeasurable abundance. And at the same time, she is also the compassionate, heartbroken mother of all. Allow her to share your heart. For a minute now. This consummation of the sacred marriage of spirit and matter is a quietly stunning infusion of grace from which one never recovers. The taste of this fusion is unforgettable. It has been said that the ultimate grace is simply the moment of actual arrival. At the always already present moment. And I would add, as T.S. Eliot said, and seeing it for the first time. We're not just in this world, but we're also participating in the co-creation of this reality. Subjects and objects are not separate. And most objects are also in some way subjects. It is an ever-shifting, energetic continuity. How many years, months, weeks, days have you been on this pilgrimage? Think of all that prayerful attention, decade after decade, of devoted learning this process, studying that program, experimenting with what this other teacher offered. All the sacrifices you've made along the way. Your family, your friends, your work, your personal life, and how many other lifetimes have you lived with this same single-hearted intention? The sum total of all those engagements, all the successes, all the failures, all the distractions, all the breakthroughs, all are secondary to the one thing that you came into this challenging world for. You came here in the midst of it all to remember your essence, your truest nature, to remember love, to remember love, and to dance in the grace of her tender embrace. And as you move into the farther reaches of your awakened life, awe, beauty, gratitude, reverence, and a sacramental sensitivity are the companions that join you on this blessed journey. To behold the heart of the mystery of this moment, and each moment without taking anything for granted is a holy act and a profound service to the world, which your life offers each day. Let's abide together now for a moment in this recognition. Okay, so now let's take a moment to emerge slowly from this silent, deep, so I'd like to end with another poem from Rainier Maria Rilke, who has written, God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently into the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You set out beyond your recall, go to the limits of your longing. Embody me. flare up like a flame and make big shadows I can move in. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. Don't let yourself lose me. Nearby is a country they call life. You will know it by its seriousness. Give me your hand. So I thank you for giving me your hand today, and I hope that this time has felt well spent to you. Thanks again.